Okay, we are in the corner of my room right now. We're gonna go up top. That is a Hulk versus Thing that is inked, and it says, inscription says, "All best, Joe Sinnott, to my friend Vinny, all best." He actually wrote the all best when he was drawing it, and then hours later he wrote all best to Vinny when I was buying it in 1995. This gentleman was a Marvel artist back in the day. He's still alive. He's 90 years old. God bless him. I got this at the Westchester County Convention Center. See, back in the 1990s, Marvel Comics was broke almost, and you could literally get a really small convention in some town in the middle of nowhere, and the comic artists would come in. See, between New York City, Westchester County, and Long Island, any comic artist or writer would make an appearance at a very minor convention for $100, and they would sell pictures for $20. I paid like $20 for this. Okay. And if you've ever seen the movie Empire Strikes Back, there's a scene where they walk into the dining room and Darth Vader jumps up real fast. Well, there was a Fantastic Four comic book where Doctor Doom, who was the inspiration for Darth Vader, the Fantastic Four is running around Doctor Doom's castle, and they run into the dining room, and Doctor Doom leaps up real fast. Well, Joe Sinnott did that page in the comic book, and a few years later it inspired the Empire Strikes Back scene. This gentleman, Paul Abram, he just signed it. He didn't sign it to me though. Paul Abram was literally right next to Joe Sinnott. Okay, we have Storm, Rogue, Cyclops, Wolverine, and Gambit. Okay, now these two here were literally in an envelope in my room, under my bed and trunk or whatever the hell, for many years, and they just sat there. And I went up to a arts and crafts place called Michael 2 weeks ago, and I got them framed. And these are custom frames. The frame, the picture is not touching the glass. You can actually see it's not touching the glass at all. The glass is a foam. It's acid proof. These sat under my bed or in a storage bin or a trunk somewhere and did nothing for years, and they're beautiful pieces. Okay, this comic book trunk here. This trunk here I used to put my comic books in, but when the comic books got too much, I started putting the comic books in long white boxes, which are here, and they yeah, I mostly use this trunk now for storing my targets. If I go shooting, I have a really good target, I'll save it. If it's a really good target, I'll save it and I'll put it in this trunk here. Okay, it's my M1 carbine. Okay, now these are more comic boxes. Now this is not on display here. This is on display on the other side of the room. I don't want to show my entire room, but this is another article. This article came out on July 24th, 1996, which was the day after the competition. I still have the front cover with Bella, Carrie, and Dom M on the front of it. It's Bella carrying Carrie, and Dom M just squeaks into Bella's right side by his hip. It's like goes sneaks in. It says, "Agony and ecstasy struck Braves pain to vault U.S. women's team to gold." Now, obviously, we know the truth. We know that Dom M's 9.2 was more than enough to get them into gold medal position. But, you know, Carrie Strug thought the team needed her vault to win, and she did it in unbearable pain and shattered her ankle. And so it's when the legend becomes fact, print the legend. But this also, I took it out of the newspaper, and I put it in a storage bin for years. And I took it out of the storage bin and took a picture of it and shared it when the Fab 5 won in 2012. Then in 2016, when the Final 5 won, I took it out and took a picture of it and sent it around to YouTube Twitter and Facebook again, you know. And I left it out. I actually left it on one of these boxes here, and I left it out for almost a year. And I brought it to Michael's the same day I brought these up, and this was sitting in my storage bin doing nothing. And yes, I know today's Doc Canales' birthday. Happy birthday, Doc. I still want to meet you guys someday. But I'm just making this for Shawn Johnson because I'm watching her video now. I actually paused her video to make this video. And this is just, Shawn, I mean, you have some beautiful stuff in your mom and dad's storage bin. I mean, you do have beautiful stuff in your mom and dad's storage bin. Okay, and what in the hell are you doing with it in the storage bin? I mean, let's face it, no one wants to see your old socks. Okay, yeah, we know this. Okay, keep your old socks in the storage bin. But, if you have a poster or a trophy or little trinkets that were given to you by your friends in competition, put them in a display case. And speaking of the Canaleses have a wonderful fireproof storage unit. And even though I will never be allowed in their house, I've seen pictures of it, I've seen videos of it. No, they have a wonderful stored display unit which is fireproof, and they store their medals and their trophies and their pictures and wonderful things in this unit. I also have the Star of David newspaper when Allie Raisman won gold on floor and she spit in the face of the U.S. Olympic Committee because they wouldn't honor the Munich terror victims. Yeah, I still have that. In fact, I actually sent the article to Mochiano. I printed out a copy and sent it. I didn't send it the actual paper. Now, I will display Allie Raisman's paper when she signs it for me. I got to get it signed first. But, why don't you just frame things and your posters, your autograph things, just take them to a framing place and have them professionally framed. Okay, I paid over for these 3 things. I paid over $900, and that's with a 60% discount. But you know what? They're encased. It's acid proof. It's not touching the glass. It's protected. Okay, and it's being displayed. And I can look at it and say, "Wow, I had that all these years." Okay, just take them out of your storage bin. Get things framed. Yes, it's gonna cost a couple dollars. Ask the Canaleses where they got their giant unit from. Maybe you can buy one yourself or commission one yourself. And just put what the hell good is it in a box under a bed? You're just wasting it away. You have so many wonderful things, and all you're doing is wasting it. But maybe one day you'll have kids. You can display things. You can make a video and show the fans. Just okay. I gotta hang this back up now. Yeah, that's it. Magnificent 7. Okay. Miller, my birthday twin. Carrie Strug, Mochiano, my favorite, and she'll pay you to take me, Shawn. Believe me, she will. J.C. Phelps, who just had a baby. Congratulations, J.C. Last woman to have a baby on the team. Dr. Amy Chow, Dominique Dawes, and Amanda Borden. And to put them in age order, from age order, youngest to oldest, will go Dom M, J.C., Dr. Chow, Carrie, Amanda, Shannon, and Dom D. And I did that from memory. But see how nice this is? And this hangs above my nightstand on the opposite side of the room. Just look at how nice this is. Yeah. Just look at it. I mean, look at these. Look how wonderful this is. Just look at that. I mean, that's penciled and inked. And it was in the storage bin, and by the time I got it to Michael's to be framed, the edges were yellowing a little bit. But just look at this stuff. I mean, I finally got it done. I waited for years and I finally did it. Okay. Thank you guys.